In this video, we are going to look at this statement that the product of three numbers is not equal to the product of their highest common factor HCF and lowest common multiple LCM. Now let's see whether this statement is true or not with the help of an example. Here we are finding out the LCM and HCF of 6, 72 and 120. Let's do the prime factorization of all these three numbers. Let's start with 6 first of all. So 6, when we will divide it with 2, we are going to get 3 as the quotient. Now we will divide 3 with 3, we will get 1. So 6 can be written as 2 into 3. Now let's look at 72. So if we will try to divide 72 with 2, we are going to get 36. And now 36, if we will divide it with 2, we are going to get 18 as a quotient. Again, dividing 18 with 2 will give us 9 as a quotient. And dividing 9 with 3 will give us 3 as a quotient. Finally, we will divide 3 with 3 in order to get 1. Now we are going to do the prime factorization of 120. So let's divide it with 2 first of all. We'll get 60. Now let's divide 60 with 2. We are going to get 30 now as a quotient. If we will divide 30 with 2 again, we are going to get 15. Now 15 cannot be divided with 2. So we are going to divide it with 3. 3 5s are 15. Now we will divide 5 with 5 in order to get 1. So here we have done the prime factorization of all these three numbers. Now let's write down these numbers as a product of their prime factors. First of all, we will be writing 6 as 2 raised to 1 into 3 raised to 1. 2 into 3. Then we are writing 72 as the product of their prime factors. 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So which can be written as 2 raised to 3 into 3 raised to 2. Now next we are writing 120 as a product of their prime factors. So it would be 2 raised to 3 into 3 into 5. You could observe there are 3 times that we got 2 over here, right? And we got 3 ones and 5 ones. So therefore we are writing 2 raised to 3 into 5. Now the HCF of these three numbers 6, 72 and 120 would be, we will be writing down the prime factors first of all. So here we could observe that in all the three numbers, here we are not having 5 at all. While doing the prime factorization of 6, we are not having 5 at all, right? Similarly, in 72 also we are not having 5 at all. In 120, we are having 5 ones. So, in the HCF, we will not include 5 at all because 5 is not the common factor of these three numbers together. Now, what we will be writing as HCF? So, we will write down 2 raised to 1 into 3 raised to 1 because 2 raised to 1 is present in 6. Here it is 2 raised to 3. So, there definitely 1, 2 will occur in 72. Same way, 120, here it is 2 raised to 3. So definitely 1, 2 will definitely come as a prime factor for 120. Hence, we are writing 2 raised to 1 here. And observe, 3 raised to 1 is present in 6 as well as in 72. Here we have 3 raised to 2. So definitely 3 raised to 1 will be present here. And 1, 3 is there in 120 also as a prime factor. So we will be writing HCF of these three numbers 6, 72 and 120. We will be writing all the prime factors and the least exponent which is common in all the three numbers. So here we would observe that we will be having 2 raised to 1 into 3 raised to 1 which is nothing but 2 into 3 whose value will be 6. Now we will be finding what will be the lowest common multiple. So while writing down the lowest common multiple of these three numbers, we'll make sure that we write down the highest exponent possible for all these three numbers. So here we could observe that the highest exponent of 2 in 6, 72 and 120 is, for 2 it is 3. The highest exponent is 3. So we are writing down 2 raised to 3. For 3, the highest exponent in all these three numbers is 2. Therefore, we will be writing 3 raised to 2. Now, for 5, it is 1, right? 5 is occurring only once in all the three numbers. So, 5 is having its highest power as 1. Therefore, we will be writing 2 raised to 3 into 3 raised to 2 into 5 raised to 1, which would be 360. So, we got that highest common factor of these three numbers is 6 and lowest common multiple is 360. So, here we observe that HCF of these three numbers 6, 72 and 120 into LCM of these three numbers 6, 72 and 120 is equal to HCF is 6 and LCM we got it as 360. If we will multiply both of them, we are going to get 2160. Now let's look whether the product of these three numbers is also 2160 or not. If we will find out the product of 6, 72 and 120, we are going to get 51,840. So clearly we observed that the product of HCF and LCM of these three numbers is not equal to the product of these three numbers itself. So at the end we will be writing down HCF of 6, 72 and 120 into LCM of 6, 72 and 120 is not equal to 6 into 72 into 120. So, in general, we can say that for any three positive integers a, b and c, HCF of ABC and LCM of ABC, their product HCF of ABC into LCM of ABC is not equal to a into b into c.